Hi everyone. Today I wanted to share a pipeline that I created for taking any custom MetaHuman character that you created in 5.6 and um, take that and put it in Unreal 5.4. Now, usually, uh, what we know is Unreal assets are not backward compatible unless you use some third-party software. I don't know if those are available, but usually it's not backward compatible. But for work, I had to figure this out as we needed this character to be in 5.4. Now, the character that you see on screen, I created this completely in 5.6. Um, it's using MetaHuman topology, the face and the body, not the clothing. Clothing uses a different pipeline called outfit pipeline, outfit MetaHuman pipeline. You can find videos on the internet, but anyway, so the face and the body uses MetaHuman topology, and I sculpted those things in ZBrush and Marvelous and everything like that. And I created this character in MetaHuman 5.6. So this is completely in 5.6, and all the materials and everything is created here. So now, what if I want to take this character into 5.4? Now, the basic answer is just to right click on this. This is the usual thing. You would migrate this entire project, and not the project, the blueprint, which would include every single thing, and take it into 5.4, right? But the thing is, it doesn't work that way. Uh, it is because the moment you create something in 5.6 and you save it, it belongs to the version, and now it is not backward compatible. But so and I was trying to look for a pipeline or some resources to figure that out. I couldn't find it on Reddit or Epic forum or anywhere. So I was able to figure this out, and I thought I should make a video if someone's facing this, and if someone wants to do this, they can, look at this video and are able to do it. There are some things that you need. There a lot of manual work is involved, but I'm gonna just show you the basic things like how to take the character's face and body and get that working with 5.4 MetaHuman control rig. The materials and everything else, the hair and everything else, you will have to import it manually and implement it in 5.4. You will not be able to migrate anything. So the most important things that you need out of 5.6 is you need the skeletal mesh that you would have if you created a MetaHuman. So you right click on this, you go asset actions and export it anywhere you like. You need this. If your character has clothing, you would want to take that too. Asset actions, you export it out and do the same with the face as well. Go to asset actions and export it out. Once you have these three, this is all you need for it to work. So just take all these three and jump into 5.4. So this is a 5.4 project. This is basic 5.4 default project where I've added a MetaHuman as well. Just add any MetaHuman from Quixel, and you should have. I downloaded Amelia, and you should have this blueprint. Now we're gonna need this blueprint. So right click on this and duplicate it, and I'm gonna name this. I will name this BP test, and I'm gonna move this to test. I have three folders. So now I'm going to import the skeletal meshes that I'm going to keep this on a different screen. Mm, so this is the three things that we exported out of 5.6. So first thing I'm going to import is the body skeletal. We go here, everything do not create material, everything looks fine. Import all. Things were smooth. So you'll have these three assets. Same do with the clothing, no import outfit, same import all. Yeah, looks fine. Go to face, face mesh. Here, select face archetype skeleton, local do not, and yeah, you will have this. right? Once you have this, you can open the blueprint that you duplicated, right? Uh, Go here. Things that we don't need is, for now, we don't need the assets. Eyelashes, we don't need mustache. We don't need fuzz. Need beard. We don't need eyebrows. We don't need hair. We don't need any of those. But if you have all those things, you can add those things later. You know, you can also keep it. You don't have to delete it. I just don't need it. Yeah. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to body. It will have its own skeleton. So what I'm gonna do is the skeletal mesh that the body skeletal mesh that we imported, the 5.6 one. I'm gonna replace that. I'm gonna replace that with that body, and I'm gonna go to torso. I'm going to add the clothing skeletal mesh to the torso. I'm gonna get rid of this material. We don't need feet, we don't need legs. I'm gonna compile it, I'm gonna cancel it. Now I'm gonna reopen it. I don't know why it does that, but anyway. So now you have torso, you have your clothing in torso, you have your, oh yeah, I need to do the face as well. I'm gonna do the face, right? Face is fine. Now the things that, now when everything is in place, the blueprint should look like this, right? All the things added to the body, face, and torso. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a level sequencer just to try out the MetaHuman. I'm going to push this thing out. Nothing will pop up because we haven't set up the skeletal mesh yet. So let's delete this. Body, double click this. Things that you would want to do is go down, set this to, where did it go? MetaHuman control rig. Set this to this. And it should be fine. Now let's see if at least the body works or not. Got the control rig. And yep, this should work. Change it to, yeah, everything should be fine. But the face won't work and the control rig won't show up for the face because we still haven't set up the face skeletal mesh yet. So now you go to face. What I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this. Go to face. Go to face control rig. And you'd want to select the post and blueprint, face post and blueprint, and you're going to save it. If you try it now, it will still not work. It'll give you the controller, but it will not work. Now, the reason for this is the DNA file is not connected to this skeletal mesh. That is what we need to do. That is the most important thing that we need to do for this to work. I'm going to delete this. Now, where would you connect the DNA file? You do that to a skeletal mesh, to the skeletal mesh that you were using. Now, you would only get the DNA file in 5.6, as far as I know, is when you export a DCC export, when you use a DCC export. In other language, when you export the 5.6 MetaHuman that you created for Maya, there's a plugin for Maya. You can download it and you can export the MetaHuman that you created in 5.6 into Maya. So when you do that, you will have something that looks like this. I'm on my other screen. I'm gonna show the thing. Where is assets? Yeah. So this is what you'll need. This is what you'll see. Head DNA. This is the DNA that the file that you need, right? So how to connect it? Right click on it. Now, first I'm going to show what happens if you connect just any DNA file. For example, Amelia's DNA file to this. So I'm going to import new DNA. Go to MetaHuman. This is in 5.4, the Amelia that we are using. Connected it, right? You see what happens. It tries to conform things, conform geometry that I have, the custom geometry to Amelia's geometry, which is something that we don't like. We don't need that. But one thing that it'll do is it'll it'll make, let me delete this. It should update. Yeah, okay. Now what it'll do is at least the controls will work because the DNA file is attached. It's just not the correct DNA file. Let's delete this. Let's delete that. The DNA file that I showed you, now you just need to, yeah, it needs to be of that character. Just make sure that whenever you export it from Maya, you will have a DNA file in that folder. So go to MetaHuman, go to import a new DNA. Now you go to you go to the folder, which I am doing. Go to this folder and you take this head DNA. This belongs to this character that I created in 5.6. It is as same as this character. I mean, it belongs to this character. The moment I connect it, things will go back to normal. The skeletal mesh looks normal now, right? And now when I push this blueprint out, is this loading? That takes a second. And that is really weird. Let me see. Okay. File, one more time, save one more time. Let's see. Okay. Things look okay. Now I'm gonna do this. Let's see if the arm and everything works. Yeah. Okay. Now the DNA file, because of the right DNA file, it should move the way it's supposed to with no errors. For the materials and everything, you will have to create materials from scratch in 5.4 and set up the texture map and everything like that. But this is how you basically bring any character that you create in 5.6 to versions before the big 2.0 update. I hope this helps, and if you have any questions, just put that in comments um, and I can answer those. Thank you.